If you grew up with large pores like me, you know exactly how frustrating it can be. When your pores appear large, it takes away that smooth look and it gives your skin more texture. Also, if you're like me, you've probably tried a lot of stuff like Amazonian clay masks, witch hazel, just name it. I've tried it and you probably have too. I know it's really frustrating. I've been in the same place you are, but you are now in the right place because in a few minutes, you'll know exactly what the best scientifically proven methods are to reduce the size and the appearance of your pores. All right, so first thing is first, what makes pores appear larger? There's a couple things, and the first thing is oiliness. So the more oil that's in each pore, the more it pushes the walls of the pore out. So if you think of a pore as just kind of like a bowl, right? If you fill that bowl, it's going to kind of stretch out and make it look really big. But if it has less oil, it can contract and be a little tighter. The next biggest cause for large looking pores is clogged pores, specifically blackheads, because when the pore is filled with oil that has now hardened, it's keeping that pore as dilated as it can possibly be. Next up is aging and sun damage, which results in the loss of the quality of the collagen and elastin that makes up your skin. So if you think of someone who has started to age, you see that skin start to droop. So at a magnified level, the same thing is happening to each of your pores. The collagen and elastin that are surrounding that pore, as they start to become degraded and lose quality, well, they start to loosen. And so then the pore appears larger. So we want to basically rebuild that collagen and elastin so that it is nice and taut, and then the pore can be as small as it can possibly be. Next up, this one's huge, it's hormones. So if you are just going through puberty, you'll notice that your pores are going to appear bigger because you are going to have more oil production. And for women, this is really interesting. As you're going through your menstrual cycle, you have a fluctuation of hormones and it causes you to produce more oil. So if you think about it, you might have noticed that your pores do appear larger when it's that time of the month. Okay, now that we know what actually makes them look larger, let's get into the steps that we can take to reduce their size and their appearance. So the first thing is to reduce the amount of oil on the face. The American Academy of Dermatology says that we should cleanse our face twice a day, and salicylic acid is really effective at doing this. But it is really important to note that not everyone is going to do really well with cleansing twice a day, so take note of what works best for you, and if it's just once a day, then that can be best. Also, whenever you're cleansing your face and you're stripping the oil, you should use a moisturizer afterwards to rehydrate your skin, because otherwise your skin's gonna say, everything is really dry, so I think I'm gonna turn up our oil production so that we can rehydrate the skin. And obviously, that is not gonna be good. It's gonna make your pores look even bigger, so make sure you moisturize after using a cleanser. Also, I wanna mention that if you have sensitive skin like me, salicylic acid is gonna be way too strong and it's gonna cause irritation, which when your skin is irritated, it causes your pores to appear larger. So you wanna make sure you're using a cleanse that works for you. For me, I like to have a very gentle cleanser. The one that I use is the All Clear Mint Cleanser by Banish. Okay, second up, this one is really helpful and effective. They say to use topical retinoids. Now, if you don't know already, retinoids are a vitamin A derivative and they do a ton of really good things for your skin. The reason that they're so good at reducing the appearance of pore size is that they help to remove that top layer of dead skin cells, which helps to show the new layers of skin underneath, which are much more smooth, much more healthy looking, but it reduces the depth of each pore too. And so by taking off that top layer, it's going to literally make the pore appear much smaller. It's also really effective at reducing the clogging of pores, and the best part is that it helps to stimulate collagen and elastin integrity in the skin. So this part is really huge because more structure under the skin, again, is going to mean that those pores will plump up and look much tighter, versus if the structure under the pore is weak, it's going to open up more, like I said before. So the most popular type of over-the-counter retinoid is Differin, or a adapalene gel, but there are loads of different retinols that you can try. Definitely just look around and use the brand that you like the most. All right, so the third thing is using a good sunblock. You have to use at least a 30 SPF or higher that's effective against UVA and UVB rays. This is huge. I know you've heard sunblock a million times, but the more exposure to UV rays your skin gets, the more it degrades that collagen and elastin. So basically, the more it destroys the structural integrity and the tightness of your skin and your pores, which we talked about earlier. It's gonna make those pores look much larger. All right, fourth up is essential oils. Now this one is really interesting because for some people, this is super effective, and for other people, it doesn't really do anything. So it's worth a try. Tea tree oil is the most effective, but lavender is also a really popular option. Now, I really want to stress this. It's super important that you never apply pure essential oils to your face because they are very harsh. So make sure that you're diluting any essential oil that you're going to use with some sort of carrier oil that is skin friendly, like jojoba oil, before you apply it. Usually it's like a 10-to-1 ratio. This step, like I said, is going to work wonders for some people. Other people, it's not going to do anything. So I would say it's worth a try, but pay attention, really close attention to what happens. Fifth up is exfoliation. Now this works twofold by removing that top layer of dead skin cells like I talked about earlier, but also by stimulating collagen and elastin regrowth. But it's very important not to use a mechanical exfoliation, which is anything where you're scrubbing your face with like microbeads or walnut scrubs. Instead, use a chemical exfoliant. It's been proven in scientific studies to be way more effective and also not have the side effects that the mechanical ones have. So alpha hydroxy acids are the most popular and effective ones, and the most proven studied alpha hydroxy acid is glycolic acid. So depending on the person, you can use this 1 to 2 times a week. You're just gonna have to pay attention to how your skin reacts. If you have more sensitive skin, definitely gonna wanna do 1 time a week. But if your skin can handle it, you can do it 2 times a week. Sometimes I'll do it 2 times a week. The one I use is the pumpkin enzyme mask from Banish, which as always, you can use Brian5 to get a discount. But please do not sleep on glycolic acid. This and a good retinoid are the 2 things I would say that have helped improve my skin's smoothness and helped improve my scarring as well as the appearance of my pores the most after consistently using them for a good amount of time. So those are the most effective things that you can do at home to help reduce pore size and appearance, and your results are definitely going to stack up the more consistent you are with all of this. Here are some other really helpful things that I did not want to leave out of this video. Astaxanthin. Now this is a supplement that helps protect our skin from UV rays, but from the inside. So it's actually something that you take and ingest versus sunblock that you put on top of your skin. So you can kind of hit it at 2 angles. If you're a makeup baddie, avoid shimmering and luminizing makeup because it can actually spotlight each of your pores and make them appear much larger. Stop looking at your face so close in the mirror. We all do this, but we get so close to our mirror. But in reality, no one is looking at your face this close. Except for us. Be more gentle on your skin in general and with your skincare routine. When we scrub super hard, when we rub rough towels on our face, when we use skincare products that are too harsh, too high of a % of concentration, we can irritate the skin, and when it's irritated, again, it makes our pores look much bigger than they are. Professional level treatments like Dermapen, chemical peels, etc., they can all help stimulate collagen and elastin regrowth at a higher and faster rate. And finally, try to manage your breakouts. Now I know that's like way easier said than done, but when we have a clogged pore that turns into a blackhead or a pimple, it enlarges that pore. And if you've ever extracted a blackhead or popped a pimple, you know it can leave a big hole behind, and that hole can take some time to tighten back up. I have a ton of videos about how to get rid of your active acne. Check those out. But if you're looking for a program that has all the info in one place with an actionable plan that you can just go and do and not have to worry about trying to find all the info, definitely check out my acne program, the Acne Method, which is going to help you find your exact causes of acne as well as making an actionable plan so that you can stop the breakouts at the source. All right, so now I want to flip the spotlight onto you. I want to ask, what have you noticed that makes your pores appear smaller? What works? What doesn't work? I want you to put it in the comments below. Also, I know I mentioned a few Banish products in this video, but their entire line is super fantastic for skin texture and anti-aging. I talk about them all the time on the channel. I'm a huge advocate of their entire brand. You can use Brian5 for a discount on banishbrian.com, which will be in the description below. Give the video a thumbs up if you thought it was useful, and subscribe for more skincare videos. And remember, you are not alone. You are beautiful, and you're part of Team Acne. See you guys in the next video.